Hello you guys, welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. I just wanted to get ready with you guys, but a little more chill, you know? Alright, let's get started. First I'm gonna go in with my Secure the Blur primer from One Size. I've already done all my skin prep. I'm just gonna put this on my T-zone. Next I'm gonna go in with my Rare Beauty lamination eyebrow gel. I really like this. I definitely recommend that you do it before you do any base, just because it is a laminating brow gel. The last thing you want to do is get foundation in it. I'm very picky about that. This is my favorite thing about this eyebrow gel is literally you can just like press it into the skin to get that really fluffed up brow. This is my second tube of this. This is actually one of my new favorite brow gels. I used to use the Rem Beauty brow gel, but it just didn't have as much of a hold, and if you can see, like, it gives you that really laminated look. I look very soft and demure in this camera, so that's also another reason that I was like, yeah, we're filming with this today. So now that the brows are pressed down, I think I want to do something a little bit lighter today. I've been doing like traditionally a lot of foundation, but I think I'm gonna go more concealer catered. Is it already 9:30? God damn. I'm gonna go in with the Make It by Mario Surreal Skin Concealer. This is in the shade 180. I like this because it's very full coverage, but it's like a natural. I also love that it's like a flat doe foot, so it applies really well. Like, I love the application. I like to just put this on the side of my nose in like a little triangle like that. This is a really full coverage creamy concealer, so a little goes a long way. I like to put that on my chin and underneath my lip just to give like a fuller, poutier lip. Around the areas of the nose, I like to go in the middle of the nose as well as in between the brows. And then just a little bit here on the inner corner. I feel like I get a lot of darkness there, so this is a really great spot just to kind of color correct. And then right under the brow just to kind of accentuate the eye, soften my eye discoloration as well, which I love. And two, because we're trying new techniques today and trying new things, I'm gonna take, this is my Morphe Wake Up Artist color corrector. This is in the shade 01 Blossom. It's just like a really nice like pale pink shade to help kind of color correct. I'm gonna put that right there. Like that, just to kind of help offset some of my discoloration for sure. Okay, so because I'm gonna like blend this with a skin tint, I'm gonna take my IT Cosmetics brush. I love this like domed fluffy brush, and I'm just gonna kind of go all over. Like, I'm gonna go over this with a skin tint so the concealer doesn't need to be like concentrated. You can kind of diffuse it out. Okay, I'm like watching a movie in the background, but like I can't see it, so I'm actually gonna pause it. See how that just like accentuates the brow bone really nicely? I love it. I really haven't even had to mess with this Rare Beauty eyebrow gel. I will press down the tails of my brows just a little bit, like throughout the time of me doing my makeup, just because my tail end of my brow does lift, and that's nothing against the brow gel. That's just how my nose, or that's just how my brows work. I mean, you can see what I mean when I say it's full coverage. I just take this down the sides of my nose, and I try not to drag it so much just because I feel like when I drag it, like it thins it out, and I don't want that. I want pretty full coverage along the sides of my nose because I'm gonna go in with my bronzer in a minute. And I also try not to take my concealer like too far up into my eye. If you can see it there, I kind of stop right about here so that kind of the edges of it are like right above the eye. And then I just kind of feather it out in like this triangle. I used to put my concealer up here and have like a snatched pulled back eye, but I just don't think that it looks good for my face shape. I like to bring my face more central these days. Same thing on this side. I'm just gonna mix those two products together, the brightener and the concealer, and that side blend it out way quicker. I don't know why. And then I will drag down the nose because I don't really want to blend it out. I want to keep a distinct line where I'm gonna put my bronzer and whatnot. Just like that. Let me go pour my coffee while this train's passing by. This is like perfect time. And the number one thing you want to make sure is that there's no concealer creasing under your eye. That's why I don't blend it up so far, just because I have like a natural crease. But normally what I'll do, to be completely honest, I will go in with a little itty bitty eyeshadow brush, and I'll take my Charlotte Tilbury powder. This is in the shade 1 Fair, and then just right under the eye, I'll just like dust it really lightly, just to make sure there's no setting or no creasing in the middle of my makeup, because that just bothers me. I just don't like that. It like ruins my day. Next, I'm going to go in with my cream bronzer. I use the Freck Face Hack. This is in the shade Medium. I love this. And I do my bronzer placement a little bit differently. I do the whole like, do you see what I mean? Like, I don't know if I even need to explain it because that's just like, I do this whole quadrant. I do my chin and like this. Do up back here, and I do into the eye and under the nose. I'm gonna go in with my Morphe 242 brush. I love this brush. it has like the perfect like face hugging angle. But I love the way this cream bronzer blends out. It's honestly one of my favorite. A close second is definitely the Say cream bronzer. I just like that this one's almost a little bit more neutral and the Say is a little warmer toned. Moving on, I'm going to do my liquid blush, and honestly what I've really been loving lately is the House Labs blush stick. But with summer coming up and everything, I'm dipping back into my corals because I always go coral, poppy, orange, anything of that realm. I'm gonna go in with my Armani. This is my 50.5. This is the Rosy Peach Luminous Silk Cheek Tint. I absolutely love this. This was a gift from a friend. I love Armani. There's never been an Armani product that I haven't loved. They make such good products. So if you are in the market really for anything new, try some Armani. I feel like these days Armani is so underrated. Like I just don't feel like I see enough people talking about them, and they release like amazing products. I kind of just keep my blush in this general area. This blush is very thin. It's almost like a blush primer per se because it is the liquid part. A lot of people really like a pigmented liquid blush, but I just like something that's a little bit more sheer so that I know where to put my powder when I go in to set all of my creams in a minute. It's just kind of like a guideline for me, and it gives that really nice luminous glow. I do kind of take it up into my eye, but I don't start up in my eye like I used to, but I kind of just keep the blush maintained in this specific oval right here. Then I actually go back to bronzer. I go back in with my Freck and I do my nose. I take the Patrick Ta, the double-ended nose contour brush. I have never seen a brush like this before. I love the angle, but I'll literally just like swipe the stick and I just kind of like stipple the product down the side of the nose. But I normally stamp on the top part of the nose. I know a lot of people go in from the side. That's actually gonna make your nose look wider. So I always stamp from the top of the nose, and then I just kind of stamp it back into the front of my brow. But I always try and hold the brush at like a top angle. Do you kind of see what I mean when I said like before when I was doing my concealer? So I kind of leave a gap, that way I know where to line it up. And my nose gets pretty oily throughout the day, so I definitely go a little heavy-handed towards the tip of the nose. I go right here on the side, and then I go on the bottom here. So now I'm gonna go in with my powder bronzer. I take my Morphe R14 brush. The rose gold brushes are really, really great. And my Chantecaille Goa bronzer. I'm always in their DMs telling them to bring this back because I absolutely love this bronzer. I literally have the limited edition one from summer of last year as well. That's a lighter shade. Right now I'm this shade, and it might not look like I'm this shade, but these are gel bronzers in a powder format, so they're not as dark as you may think. It's so pretty. It's so natural, like it doesn't look like a powder. That's my favorite thing about it, but I pretty much just put that powder bronzer in all the places that I put the cream. And I'll kind of take it up into the forehead. I don't like to put too much cream on the forehead because I feel like it gets in my hair. I'll just bring the powder to the edges there, and it almost kind of like ombres it out. And then I'm gonna go back in with my double-ended brush from Patrick Ta and just reinforce that cream that we just did with the powder. So now that I've done my powder bronzer, I work in kind of a weird order when it comes to my makeup. I'm not gonna go in with my pressed powder for my concealer because I feel like if I do my blush first, it kind of diminishes it. So I'm gonna go in with my Sephora 99. I love the way that this is angled because it just like hugs under the eye. So look at that shine. Look at the difference. I love the shine, it's super pretty, but I'm an oily girl, so I need a blur. And then I just kind of set everything on the nose too. Makes everything really soft. Around the mouth, or under the nose. And then I just kind of press this above the brow. And that's my powder. And then what I've been loving lately, because I know I said corals, but this is like a corally pink. This is 93 from YSL in the Make Me Blush. I absolutely love this. My coworker, one of my favorite coworkers, she picked this color out for me and said that it would be good for my face, and I love it. I absolutely love it, love it, love it. It's so different from what I have in my collection. I'm gonna go in with this angled blush brush and reinforce liquid blush. Look how soft and demure that is. And it has a little bit of shimmer, which I like. So it's very luminous, and the staying power on these blushes is like insane. Also this lid, real Italian leather. Is that not insane? Another trick that my coworker in YSL taught me, she kind of puts it on the chin right here. I don't know why, but it looks cute. And so I was like, I have to also do that. And then I always put it on the tail end of my nose. Stunning. I love that. Okay, just to kind of melt all the powders down and bring back some life because we are really blurred, I'm just gonna go in with the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush. I actually just restocked on this because I am out of my Fix Plus, and I was like, let me try an oldie but a goodie. And I used this for quite some time and I really liked it. So I'm just gonna go in with that. Just love this spray. Like, that's a spray that I could like drench myself in legitimately, but I love that one. It just melts on all my powders and it makes my makeup look really smooth and gorgeous. So now I'm gonna go in. So now back to this bitch that had a lot to say about me in a press the other day. Marty, what's good? Okay, that was a lot. I'm gonna go in with my lip liner. So I wanna keep it pretty neutral. I have been going in with MAC Stone. I'm just not feeling that today. I'm gonna go in with Tone from Chantecaille. This was like my everything lip liner for the longest time. I love how I said pretty natural and then I proceeded to overline my entire lip. I'm gonna go in with my YSL Love Shine Lip Oil. This is in the shade 03. It's a plumping lip oil, allegedly. I wear it and it doesn't plump, but I also wear lip plumpers a lot, so I'm probably just used to stuff like this. So next, I'm gonna go into mascara. I'm gonna curl my lashes with my Shiseido Lash Curler off camera and I will be right back. Hey guys, so now that I'm done with curling my lashes, I'm gonna go in with the Haus Labs Be Structural Mascara. I actually really love this. This is my favorite mascara. I've been using it for like a month and a half now, maybe. I love the wand on it. I don't like the little clumpy piece at the top, so I always like wipe it, but other than that, it's really good. Okay, so those are my lashes. Not my best work today, but like, it's whatever. And then I'm already pretty glassy, so I'm probably not gonna go in with like a highlighter or anything because I really like this like softer look. But I am gonna go in with my One Size Until Dawn spray. I love this. I literally have a mini. Okay, and then that's my completed face. It's like a routine using like my normal like favorites and things that I feel like really work for me. I'm just gonna go to work, but it was fun to like glam and just chill. So I hope you guys like this video and I'll do more. Anyway, hope you enjoyed.